Now, I give you today on Global Eye Radio. We have an exclusive from Esh News over in Israel. We have Paul on the plane joining us from the Dallas convention. We have 007 over there in Tenerife on the west coast of Africa. We have Adam Meakin and myself over here in the UK. So this is an international connection right about now. And Nir has some breaking news from us. Paul, Adam and 007. I'm going to hand it over to Nir. He's got some pressing news to tell us all about what's going on in his country. Nir, how are you doing, my darling? What's going on in Israel?
Hi, good night, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can, loud and clear.
Good. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Actually, 100% fine with my body, I guess.
Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that.
It's been a long, weird day over here. And actually, for who doesn't know, and I know I haven't heard the news. Opened the website today. So we got. I woke up today at something like 7 o'clock to straight into a war. And I woke up today and started hearing sirens and bombs over my city of Rehovot, and also other places in the center of Israel. Apparently, last night they had an IDF Secret Service operation, and they hit one of the terrorists from the Gaza Strip. And today, as a reaction, we got 200 rockets firing so far at Israel, at various settlements. And all studies were canceled. No one want to work today. And it was all
schools and workplaces all alike. Everything shut down.
Yeah, everything shut down. It's kind of weird because
even the shops, banks, businesses, everything shut down.
Yeah. They actually tell that they will fine business owners if they will obligate their employees to come to work.
Okay.
So today something is really weird. Okay, because usually the reaction is not that. Drastic, and usually they do give orders how to get into shelters if there's alarms, but today they decided to shut everything down. And for me it was a little bit peculiar because I got all kinds of different senses from this episode. We got every few years an episode like that of a couple of days of war. And today it was kind of weird, the timing of it. Okay, at least at my perspective.
Right.
First off, I will tell that the people of Israel are in those kind of moments they kind of joined up together, and unfortunately, I think there will no hits in souls in humans' life here in Israel. They only attacked all kinds of. There was a factory that was hit, and several houses were hit. And it just besides this kind of damage to the country, to live this under the stress of bombings in the air all day and all kinds of sirens and stuff like that, you could feel your whole day is occupied with that once it's happening.
Wow.
And for me.
I mean, how much disruption has this caused you? Because you said with your where you live, you said it's quite odd actually, because where you live is quite unique. It's never really been. But we don't want to touch. We don't want to say it kind of and tempt fate in any way. But you know what I mean. You've been quite fortunate, haven't you?
I'm trying to knocking on woods over here or whatever. Or I don't know if it's fate or not. But in my town of Rehovot, there hasn't been any kind of rockets landing over here, and also as I remember myself, for the last 30 years or so, where we have the terrorist attacks or whatever, nothing really came about in Rehovot. It was mainly in cities around, in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem. We remember big suicide bombs and whatever.
Right.
And now it's more in the southern settlements which are surrounding the Gaza Strip.
Yes.
There are, because I guess their technical abilities are. This is always the question: which kind of distance that they will be able to get with the rockets to the middle of Israel in order to hurt the main population centers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as you're concerned, is this ongoing? Is it ceased now? Is it ongoing still, or what's the
Uh,
situation with it?
to be honest, I just woke up, but it's now 3:30 a.m. over here.
Hmm.
No, but I believe it will get like a few more days or so. The thing is that I'm questioning the motive of what happened over there, and this is when I'm gonna get into my conspiracy hat or whatever.
Mm.
Because for me personally, I'm like watching the mainstream media channels all day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what is there beyond the words, beyond what they're showing us, beyond what they're telling us. They brought like also the prime minister and the head of the secret service and all the military guys on the radio. They're kind of like tell us first to stay in your home. Okay, it was very
Yeah.
clear. Stay in your home today. Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know, one conspiracy theory that I got from from our dear friend AC. He told me,
Hmm.
no, you just want to keep everyone at home. They're planning to do something messy outside with the weather or with the air or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, it was like a far-fetched conspiracy theory, but just a second.
Wow.
I
Wow.
will
You never
I will
know.
share I will share mine one because I think this is kind of like related to politics, to Israeli politics and the messy situation that it's on today. We had like for a year and so we don't have a government, okay, a functioning government in Israel because we had
Okay.
two elections on April and September, and we didn't get any results. There was like a tie, and people are like. Stupidly trying to put in a government in some way.
Hmm. Hmm.
The problem is that they kind of like both sides got into too much of a high trees, okay, regarding their promises and whatever they want. So they can't make a government with all their promises that contradict joining together to a government. So my estimation was that this kind of situation of hitting the terrorist and then having to suffer a few days of emergency
Yeah.
will be the leading way towards government because the two sides will tell themselves, okay, now we are in emergency and we need to get our forces together and to get over our differences and whatever. And
Hmm. Hmm.
but they didn't do that for a year, okay? So but now this is what I estimated when I woke up in the morning, okay?
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
that once there's an emergency, people will put their differences aside and will join up together. And then I open up the TV and I think that all the commentators over there are like pumping this scenario, okay, throughout the entire day. They're telling, yeah, we have war. They sending all the details about
Mm.
casualties,
Mm.
whatever. And then they say, oh, but now we have like an emergency state. We need to have like a functioning government right now. And even like later on,
Order
I
out of
think,
chaos.
yeah,
Order
later
out
on,
of
like
chaos again.
Yeah.
they couldn't like make this government, and they told themselves, okay, in order for us to be okay with all the sides that we need to be obligated to, we need an emergency. So only in emergency we can
Yeah.
say, yeah, we can join up together. But this
Um,
kind of like, and maybe they created this kind of emergency, and this is kind of like bad because it's on the expense of people's life and people's property over here in Israel.
I
the
mean,
So.
people making these decisions, though, the people making these decisions are pure 100% either sociopaths or psychopaths. They have absolutely no interest, no care. They don't give a toss about the lives of people. Because to them,
Mhm.
all we are is an inconvenience. We can be a benefit if we die, or if we pay our taxes,
that's what
or
it
we
feels like,
die.
right?
Pretty much, yeah.
That is it. That is it.
You know, collateral damage, the whole collateral damage thing. As soon as you told me what was happening, I
Mhm.
obviously, not one of us Yeah, not one of us, not me, not Adam. I don't know. I'm not sure about Paul. I don't know if Paul's served in the army and seen any conflict or not. But not one of us has seen or experienced conflict. Like, bombs, missiles, and explosions. None of that.
Yeah, I've never
Talking to
woken
you
up.
was really
Near.
interesting because
I've never woken up saying. By the way, I woke up when I woke up to that message from you this morning. Like I literally, I almost dropped my laptop. Near, I was standing holding my laptop on the phone trying to email work, and I've never had a message from my friend going, yes, I've woken up in the middle of a war zone, like a couple of hundred bombs going off over my head right about now.
He said to me, he said, I woke up this morning, it's a war.
I didn't need my alarm clock this morning, guys. I didn't need it.
Can you just repeat that again? I think you just said that it's a war. Yeah. So we've not seen that. We don't know what that's like. It was really quite funny speaking to you. I think, because you're
as strange
so,
as that sounds, it sounds like, so wrong to say it's funny. It's not funny, but
I don't mean it, obviously.
But it is.
I mean, it was.
It's so
it was strange talking to you, and because you're so calm because it's not the first time you've seen it.
Yeah, it's like
it's not the first time you've seen it.
No, it's not.
But it's
that's
interesting.
What's so frightening to me is how desensitized he is. That's scary to me because I'm like that would be me. That would be me stuck against the wall.
I know. The thing is, in Israel, we're totally used to it. Okay, the thing is, we're totally used to being some kind of like emergency situation, and the thing is,
but it's interesting that you say it's different this time. It seems different. There's something
it seems different from what I'm seeing from the media or whatever, and what they kind of like the emphasis they gave it to shut down all the businesses. It's a little bit different. But anyways, it's kind of like
it's because the media's owned. The media's owned by the deep state, isn't it? So
exactly. And what I said before, that the narrative that I imagined will happen in the morning, kind of like fulfilled during the day. And I saw the anchors are talking all about it, about how Bibi and Gantz, the two rivals, should step up together right now. And and later on this afternoon, they actually met up. Now I'm telling you guys, okay. The minute that if they will indeed establish a government in the next few days, a day afterwards the war will end. Okay.
Yeah.
If they will accomplish this goal,
that will show you orchestrated event.
Exactly, that will show you that it's all orchestrated, that it's all like a fake, and
it's like a puppet show. It's like Punch and Judy.
Yeah.
I mean, at this stage, no disrespect, like shout out POTUS, but no disrespect. It was only the other day that the President of the United States of America joked, saying, "At least we know who the boss is." He joked. He said he could easily become the Prime Minister of Israel after Benjamin Netanyahu failed twice to form the coalition. So he's basically saying, look. It's up for the top. It's a joke thing. This is all puppet mastery. It's all WWF wrestling.
Exactly.
It's all for show. And I know that most of the people listening, thankfully, are open-minded and awake enough to know that. I doubt not one person in the chat room right now that's on YouTube or on True Frequency Radio's chat room would disagree with us. I think everyone can concur that politics is puppetry. They're just puppets. They're all just puppets. They're all just clowns and actors. Whether they're deep state or not, that's the bit that's the interesting bit.
That me and you were talking about, isn't it? Though, Rox, about people. Too many people think that they're all puppets, but they think that they're all puppets working for the bad side. Because they're puppets, they're bad. They're Muppets.
Yeah.
They're all
more and more
out
of us
to get us. But
I think we're all starting to learn though that there's dark and light, right?
The thing that I noticed lately is that all the differences between right and left, all this show that they're showing us actually, especially in Israel and especially in the last elections or so, things became so personal, okay, and so non-relevant to like general agendas, okay. Meaning the biggest agenda that they have and is standing behind it is just control, okay, just control.
Exactly.
Arguments between, for instance, in Israel, you got like arguments between right and left. For instance, they're saying right is more militant and left is more peace approaching. And they're saying, let's say, if you're talking about religion, so right is a little bit more religious and left is a little bit more secular. If it's society, so left is more social, right is for more like in own entrepreneur. Now, so these differences, they don't really come into a difference into action in real life, okay, between left and right, okay. It's all about who's going to be in control, okay, and the whole campaign that the left did in the last election is about taking down Bibi. It doesn't matter like agenda. It doesn't matter anything today. Okay, it's all like
and that's exactly the same in
That's
America.
what the narrative seems to be.
And won't have to control. It's all about whose name is on the top. It's not about any kind of the agenda that I mentioned. Okay, because once you get like different,
it's all about the individual egos, isn't it?
Yeah.
The egos of
you get like different governments. You see that it doesn't really matter. You see that right governments can do peace with other countries. You see that left governments are still occupied by religion with their rules.
It's a shame. It's a shame because it's we the people that get used as the collateral damage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's we the people that are the labour force for the machine that they drive to feed their beast, if you will. You know.
The thing is, what nobody really thinks about is that to become a politician, you've got to be some kind of control freak.
I think politics is just like any kind of other field in life that we see today, like media, like education, like science. Okay, if we talk about.
Do you know what? You've just. I was just going to say you've just gone onto a subject there that I'd love to just quickly switch gears on while we've got you on, because we've got about. Hey, we've been gate crashed.
I'm not dead.
Okay, security. Somebody call security. Hello, security.
Is that a sergeant?
Somebody call security.
In here.
Hey, this Globe Eye Radio episode is well and truly gate crashed now. We've now got Mr. Mark Sargent on the line. With all on the plane there. So I take it Sargent's at Dallas. You're there. Live and direct.
I am.
Mark Sargent.
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Roxanne?
I'm all right, but I'm in a bit of a plight. I'm actually, do you know what? I'm in a bit of a plight because of you. Yes.
Jerky.
I am. Can I share my plight with everybody, please? As it is quite a plight. I wonder if everyone can feel sorry for us. Can someone get the violins out while I say this, please? Can someone start playing the violins in the background? So, Mark, I have to thank you because thanks to you, we have managed to keep the wheels turning yet again across Europe, pushing forward with this massive awareness drive in getting people to question what they've been taught about where they live because it's blatantly a lie. Now, with that being said, for some reason, all of the people that are watching the tour seem to think that donation alone was going to get us all the way back to London. And they've sorely mistaken. And unfortunately, Jason told us since that donation was made by you, we've had absolutely no other donations. So I'm wondering if over this weekend, while you're in Dallas, with those good people that also know they're not on a spinning ball, that are all there with you, could you and Paul give a massive shout out for us and please help get everyone to help us keep the wheels turning, because just let them know that donation wasn't getting us back to London. I need everybody to understand that. And we're only here right now, but you guys have a lot of people around you over the next few days. So I want you to tell them, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, if you will, my darling.
We definitely will continue to mention that. I guess people don't realize how much it costs to drive that across the continent,
Big
day
time.
after day. How many pounds and euros it takes.
And the drug prices per city, they vary from country to country. Let's face it. You don't know what it's going to cost.
Big time. Big time. They are, do you know what they're doing now? They are doing a massive drive right about now. Do you know how many miles me and Jason did just over the weekend? Driving from the UK, going over to where we went, and then all the way back again. We did 2,000-mile round trip.
Yeah, I knew it was a long ways. Hey, I've got about 5 minutes left, and then I'm going to have to jet because I have to call home, and then you guys are going to finish the show. Just an FYI, I'm running short on time.
So can you tell us what the next 24 hours is going to consist for you both then, before you jet off, guys, and have loads of fun with loads of people that are woke and they know they're not on a spinning ball and they know space is fake? It's going to be like woke overload. How many people are going to be there?
I don't know yet. Over 500, because I know I shipped 500 books. That's what I'm going to be doing for the next 24 hours is signing books and getting registration ready.
You're going to have like numb fingers, man. You're not going to be able to feel you're going to be like, mate.
Is that jerky you're eating there, Mark? Is that beef jerky?
It's freaking cashews.
Oh, right. Okay.
Beef.
Right. I don't know why I thought that was.
So
it's just because you Americans eat beef jerky, don't you?
Not all the time. Not like Slim Jim racks in our bedrooms or anything.
So there could be hundreds of people there, right? So what is the next 24 hours going to consist for you guys?
Well, you're going to be signing books.
I'm going to be signing books and doing interviews. I already did an interview with, go figure, University of Denmark came out, and then tomorrow I have CNN London, and then I don't know what else after that. But I'm lost a lot of sleep, so I'm probably going to take a nap at some point. I don't know if I'm going to do the activism with them when they go to the mall. I just don't know if I can do it.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm loving that. Mark, I'm just going to be crass here. When you speak to these people, will you tell them while this massive thing's going on over there, that this international ball taking is going on over Europe?
I always do.
I know you do.
This.
I just know you've got so many things to talk about. I'm just going to be that annoying little Tweety bird in your head going, "Go on, Mark, say more, say it more, say it more, say it more."
This is earth-wide, man.
Roxanne, you and I have talked. Totally wanted to show you off in Dallas, and you ended up, oh no, the Globe Light Tour is more important. If you want to play it like that, no, it's fine. No, you absolutely were doing the maximum good over there.
Jason pulled rank on me. Shout out Jason and Disbury. He pulled rank. He was like, "Hey, you not going?" I was like, "Oh yeah. Wow, I'm so not going." Like, shout out the Disbury. Like, and yeah, I managed. I've got 2,000 miles under my belt. I did some autobahn driving. I did some Luxembourg driving. That was fun.
I don't think. Were you driving the camper when you were on the autobahn?
No. They haven't lost their minds yet. I don't think they're that desperate that they want like someone like me behind the wheel, because obviously the back end of it, they want to keep the back end of that camper on. It's got quite a big roof as well. I'm not sure I'm really qualified to drive it. It's a bit of a risk, guys. It's a bit of a risk. Guys, I really wish I was there with you, man. I really wish I was there with you. You guys are going to see so many wonderful people that have shared so many wonderful truths and been such an amazing part of this community. And one thing we were saying earlier on is a beautiful thing about this is everyone's not generic. Everyone brings their own beautiful bit to this. And the best thing about this all is everyone knows the same thing, and that's they're not living on a spinning ball, not living on what we're taught. Fact, not belief. Fact.
And Mark, can I just say, first time I've ever got to speak to you.
Oh, is it?
But
That was this the first time.
first time ever. First time I've ever
Really?
got to speak to Mark. So
Wow. Oh, that is so
really,
cool.
really happy, man. And yeah, awesome. Thank you, Paul, for letting me do this.
Yeah, just remember, I let Mark in my room.
Exactly. I did not.
You did not.
Can I join in to say hello to Mark as well?
Oh, is this your first time speaking to him as well?
Yeah, I actually do,
No
and
way.
I'm thrilled to the top of my toes. Hello, Mark, and you are, of course, welcome to be here also on our Ash News, and wish you all the luck in the convention. It looks awesome, and I'm jealous as hell.
Hey, quick, before the guys go, now I've got you here, Nir. Nir's got something special lined up for next year. Real quick, before the guys have to go, give everyone a brief synopsis of what you got lined up for next year.
Oh, for next year? Oh, yeah, we are planning on convention over here, I think on Easter. It's still on planning here in Israel. And it's not really a convention, it's a whole journey thing that we are planning here. It's going to be called probably Flat Earth Exodus 2020. And it's going to be like a simulation of, I don't know, like the Israelites went out of Egypt from bondage to freedom. We're going to go from spiritual bondage to spiritual freedom. And we're going to explore Israel with flat Earth experiments, with holy sites visiting, and it's going to be like a real big thing. And hopefully, the Exodus will do something big to the whole flat Earth movement all over the world, because we see Israel as the beacon of. I don't know, of the world with all kinds of like opinions and things, historical things that happen. So we do believe that big things are going to happen to Flat Earth here in Israel pretty much soon.
It's all coming together. See, while you're there at Dallas, you're hearing it here first, guys. Yeah, Mark and Paul, you're hearing it first. Breaking news with you. That's what's happening next year in Israel. You guys are there at Dallas. You know what? It is happening. I think we are getting to this point.
They're waking up in South America as well.
Yeah, man.
They're waking up in Brazil.
Yeah. They're trying to not televise the revolution, but it's on the internet. It sure is on the internet. So,
and this is what I didn't get to finish. This is what I didn't get to finish saying before the break. When I first arrived on the island, I couldn't speak to anybody. They threatened to kick me out of my club if I spoke about it anymore. And now it's got to the stage where I'm having regular conversations with people, and they're pretty much everybody that I speak to now is open.
See, I'm loving it, guys. I know you said you've got like 5 minutes before you got to go, so I know we're gonna have to like reluctantly say bye. I don't want to say bye, but it's bye.
We're gonna wrap up the show. I got roped into helping some of the production crew with the stage tomorrow morning, and then I plan to do some activism at the mall tomorrow, and then we've got a reception tomorrow night. So gonna be lots of hugging. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, I wish I was there with you guys. Have an awesome time, and thank you for being here with us, Mark, as well. Thank you for joining. Are you going on after with Karen?
Oh, no, that was just it. I wasn't even planning on doing Strange World, but it turns out Peanut Gallery is here in the building, and Karen's going to come in remotely. And so now, because I'm literally in the room below him, I have to go there and make an appearance. So I have to walk down and do another show right now.
Awesome.
Anywhere here, PFR, Mark Sargent is coming up next.
Oh, great. Live even.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Well, guys, have an awesome day. Enjoy everybody's company and give everybody our love. And when you see Dave Marsh, give him a high five for me. Tell him bloody had a safe flight. And Gary will be with you guys tomorrow.
Will do. Thanks again, everybody. It was great to talk to you, Nir, and 007. Adam, I think Adam went to bed. But Roxanne, as always, thanks for taking the reins tonight. It was awesome.
No worries.
Thank you, Paul. I miss you a lot, Paul. Take care.
Guys, have a great evening.
Awesome.
Thank you, man. Have a great one, man. Seriously.
Take care, guys.
Jealous.
Bye.
Me too.
Bye.
Me too. So then there were just three.
Oh,
is a magic number.
10 minutes, man.
I know it's gone so quick, Double.
We've only got 7 minutes, actually, haven't we?
Yeah, like 7 minutes. I can't believe it. Guys, I want to thank everyone as well before we wrap up. that's been watching on YouTube. Zulu One has been streaming this live on YouTube, and I can see a good few people in the chat room. So I'm going to give everyone a shout out. Effie Mowry,
Shout out to the chat room.
yeah, man. John C, Stacey B, Flat Earth. Shout out to you all in the chat room. Paul on the plane was in the chat room as well. Ace McLeod. Ace McLeod makes me laugh. He says, Roxanne, you guys have a hit reality show. If you filmed the whole thing, edit it like Real World. Road Rules, absolutely a hit. Massive shout out to you. And we've got
Roxanne?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I add up on what we got planned next week with Richie over here?
Ooh, yes, because Richie.
Yes,
before you do, because that's next week. I've got 2 days from now over on Lifting the Lids channel, an exclusive with Double on there as well. So yeah, go on, Nick, go for it.
Okay, good. So we started this week actually a weekly update on Ash News, which is an update about Israeli flat Earth news, but also like in general, all kinds of other things from the world. It's going on. We did a 2 hours show, and it was
so
pretty
this is
nice.
breaking. Hold on, this is breaking. So if this is breaking, then. Over to you, Nir, from Ash News.
I don't know. I got today talking on the radio. I got talked to my Sargent, and now I got my own tune over here. I'm thrilled. I'm satisfied completely. Like, yeah. Anyway.
One more time. Nir from Ash News.
I can think.
It's even better the second time. Anyway, so we started out this week with weekly updates of Ash News. I'm doing it with my friend John that manages the Facebook group of Ash News. And it's going along pretty well. We're talking about flat Earth Israeli news and all kinds of like other things from the world. And for the second show that we're planning to do, probably going to record it on Sunday, we invited dear Richie over here, and we're gonna talk about very, very hot subject and kind of like a hot potato in here in Israel. A discussion that I nearly ever saw like being made on any kind of like medium over here, because this subject is so like taboo in some way. We're going to talk about Zionism, okay? We're going to talk about, let's say, alternative Zionism, I call it like that, because it's kind of like my perspective as a flat earther on recent Zionism since the middle of the 19th century. I got like research for the last month or so about the origins of Zionism, and I got into a really big story over there, at least in my perspective. I kind of like connected the dots, and so all kinds of like big conspiracy story being told in the actual history of Israel, of Zionism. And we're gonna open it up without any mask, without any political opinions, without any kind of like I don't know any kind of opinion. I'm gonna look at it as I did when I looked at flat Earth, without any screens or anything like that, to take authentically, just to look at the information that I got, okay, to screen it as much as possible and to get what I'm feeling out of it, okay, by my own senses to try to understand this big story that happened over here, because my motive to do that is I don't know, kind of like a feeling in general that not all the time we get like support as Israelis, as Jewish people, as Israel country, which are like three different total things. And we need to, I need to get my story out. My dear Richie, we're going to help you to do that. And he's going to talk about things of his own. And it's going to be like a very controversial story, at least for listeners from Israel, from other people abroad. I think it could be very open eyes kind of story, and can give you a new perspective on Jewish people, Zionism, the whole story over here. So this is what I think.
I love it because I think it's really important for Westerners, for us, and certainly for people in America and for people in England, to understand that what we're being told, by the mainstream, all we know is what we're told by the mainstream media, and it's a different perspective, and it's a true, authentic perspective of Israel.
The thing is that, Richard, the thing is that the narrative that I used to grow up with is the narrative that I've been taught in school in Israel. But from what I discovered once I got into flat Earth perspective, is that the story is a whole different story. It's a story about control, about power, about.
So where can everybody find this? Because we've only got 60 seconds left, guys. So where can everyone find this? Can you tell us what your channel is?
Yeah, it's on Esh News, ESH News. It's going to be probably on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And we're going to spread this out, of course, after we record.
All right. And also, please check out 007, OOH, and the number 7. He's got his YouTube channel as well, where he talks about variant subjects all underneath the global lie. Tonight you have been listening to Global Lie Radio.
With Paul and Roxanne. Please visit TFRlive.com to listen to past episodes and consider becoming a full-time supporter of TFR by purchasing an all-access pass and join the cause to keep TFR uncensored and online. If you are new to this subject, please visit StopLookThink.com to learn more.